Hello and welcome to a case opening of Dawn of Majesty. Let's get this case going. Okay, there we go. Nice 12 booster boxes. We'll put over here on the side and start opening. I guess we'll toss the trash over here. Box number 1. Andrew, nice to see you. You want me to keep the boxes for you? I'll just put them off to the side for you. Alright, first pack. This is super rare. I'm going to go through these fairly quick. Another super rare. Let me move the case, it's blocking a lot of the light. Come on, you two. There we go. There we go, our first ultra rare, Dramaturge of Despia. Cards on the rise right now. Ignore the dogs in the background. They're all wrestling on the floor. Another super rare. Another super. Super rare, Beat Trooper formation. Hey, can I help you too? Another super. Another super rare. One's under the table. Little guy. There's an ultra rare, Majesty. Ooh, you got a Starlight. Very cool. Very lucky, Andrew. See if the light will focus on it. Very nice. It doesn't want to focus on it, I don't know why. But very cool. Let me sleeve that one up for you, sir. There you go. Got yourself your Starlight. I'll put it over here out of the way, just so it's not in any danger. There's your first secret rare, Gizmic Scrolls. There's an ultra. You used to know how to pick these ones. You always get the Starlight rares. I'll put the commons off to the side. We're gonna have a lot of commons, sir. Oh, maybe. I haven't hit that yet. so I know it is. There's an Ultra. There's an Aluber, Register of Despia. Stack the commons out of the way, move the supers out of the way. And Administrator, here's your Ultras, and your Secrets. Alright, box 2. You see it? Oh, wrong. It's a super, not an ultra. Blended opening. Gizmic, chicken, a rooster. There's a beef screw. Sorry, the dogs. They're having a fun time right now. Majesty World. A lot of the sets going up. Oh, here they come. Yeah. Yeah, they are. They're very loud. There's 3 of them now, so. And the little guy's getting bigger, so he's able to hold his own almost. Still rolls around with them. There's an Ultra. I've opened 18 cases of the set so far. There's not much left in it for me. It's a long day opening yesterday. Arrival in light. Box 3. I have 9 sealed cases and 8 boxes left for myself to go. Thomas, I think, has 3 cases still. And Daniel got a Stardust in his last box. Alright, I think they've calmed down. You got the Sue ships. I don't think, based on pricing of this set, there's very little incentive for people to buy boxes of it, just because nothing's big to give you that value of your box back that's not a Starlight Rare. And so people are going after the singles, which are getting bought out right now. At least the Def Spia stuff is way up in the last couple hours. And I think a lot of the singles are gonna go up tonight. Synchro Overtake. A couple of the secrets are bouncing around. Ready Fusion's a good card. I think that'll see play. Alright. The B Troopers are very good. They are very solid as an archetype. They have a lot of interruption. They have a lot of... They have a boss monster. They have a lot of recovery. They're just very susceptible. There's Ready Fusion. To something like a couple of hand traps, like a Nibiru or something. Or an Ash, well-timed Ash Blossom hurts them really bad. But overall, they're very good, and they work with a very large amount of different insect support. It's a very, very good start to an exclusive archetype. I'd say it's probably as good as back when Burning Abyss got its first wave. It's probably almost that same level. But Burning Abyss was very archetype locked, whereas the B Trooper stuff, only I think 3 cards lock you to insects. Everything else is pretty generic. Yeah, Cocoon went nuts. Basically every good insect card went crazy. The Link 2 B Trooper just lets you just almost endlessly combo with Insectors. Nice. Weren't those the ones you bought up when they were cheap? No idea what the dogs are. They're tossing the boxes. Okay. I'll put them up here. Super rare. There's a B Trooper Sting Lancer. The B Trooper Ultras are gaining some traction. They're heading upwards. The training wheel set. Yes. Oh, you saved those from LDS? Yeah. That one was a good set. Remember you and Thomas didn't like all the bulk commons? And then they all went up in price and all just sold like crazy. Like, just the promos were good in that set. Those were almost enough to just get your money back right away. The rest of the cards are just kind of ground out the rest of the profit, which is pretty massive in that set. It still does. The set is like, just be a. I still sell the set. I sold a whole bunch of it today. I still have a couple of rows of it. There's one, two, about 2.5 rows of it left. Whereas before I had like 6 rows. It moves. All of it does. The more inventory you have, the faster everything goes. There you go, Iris Sword Soul. I pulled the Starlight over last night, along with 2 of the Majestic. Shooting Majestic Star Dragon, man, that thing is like, that one's pretty. Yeah. I sold this 30-something Mangaria Rands, a whole bunch of random, whatchamacallits, toon stuff, a whole bunch of random, just everything, and that's they go after it. They'll just go through and people just buy bulk out of it. It's all the penny stonks. There you go, Shooting Majestic Star Dragon. This thing, I don't know if you can really tell, but it is, like, the inking is a little light on these, so there's a little bit of foil bleed going on. So they're really shiny looking under bright light, even the parts that aren't foil. So every time you open one of these, like, first glance, it looks like a Starlight Rare. They are so shiny and so reflective that they all look like Starlight Rares, and it takes you a moment or two to realize they aren't. And then we pulled 2 Starlight Rares out of it last night, and man, those things are like, it's like staring into a diamond. They're nice, they're so pretty. It's like a diamond or like a kaleidoscope or something. They're really pretty looking. Like, they're better looking than the Stardust. Yep. That's the first one I've seen of him pulled. So. Funny, last night, 3 cases in a row. First pack of the first box had him as a secret rare. It's just so, like, I don't know. It's just confusing to see it. I don't know what I'm doing with these commons anymore. Oh, being buzzed. Yep. Box 5. There, I'll keep a couple of these boxes. I might just stack your bulk into the case. That's how I store mine. And I'll put your foils in the boxes. I'll hard case up your Starlight. I think we'll do that right now. Give me one of these. Come here. There you go. Now it's safe. Extra safe. There's another Grand Sulfur cord. I don't think we will. I think they gave us the Stardust because of this set. I think they gave us Black Rose because of the Black Rose support in the last set. I have a feeling the next set will probably have Borreload Dragon in it. And then the set after, Battle of Chaos, is Dark Magician support. So there's a very real chance they put Dark Magician in as a Starlight Rare. Which would be kind of crazy. Personally. Little absurd. That would be fun to watch it compete with this Ghost Row price. No, I don't think Power Tool. None of the other... I guess none of the other Signer Dragons are really big, popular. Power Tool is just a combo enabler. It's not really iconic. Stardust and Black Rose are iconic. Ready Fusion. And they see play. Yeah, Dark Magician Starlight. It's a very likely possibility. I mean, they tend to... What is it? And I guess they did Trishula and Blazing Vortex, but that one was weird. I'm not sure about Burst of Destiny then. I do think Dark Magician is in Battle of Chaos as a Starlight. I don't know, because when you're fighting things like Appaloosa and IP Masquerena that have not just the waifu tax on them, but also the fact that they're meta and they're heavily played. I mean, Appo is really high and expensive because Rising Rampage didn't sell. It did not sell well as a set, so there are very low quantities of Appaloosa out there. And it also went way up in price and is staying there because back when Spiral was a tier 0 deck, people were playing 3 Appaloosa in the extra deck because they were playing Pot of Extravagance. What's the other secret rare? It is Iris Sword Soul. See, I mean, there you get boxes like this that they're worth the price of the box, but it's like, it's not like pulling a Pot of Prosperity that's like, was $100 and getting it for almost a double up. It wasn't like last set we're pulling a whatchamacallit, Diviner, where that was like $80. The best card in the set right now is Aluber, and it's like $40. So it's kind of, the ceiling's is very low, but you have a chunk of cards. You currently have 3 cards in the 30 to 40 range. You got a couple others that are heading up. You got a couple Ultras also that are rising way up in price. I mean, I guess it looks like probably half the Ultras are actually going up right now. I just don't think people are going to be opening this set. Little guys on my feet, where he usually is sleeping while I'm opening. Where is it? Got Arnie in the back, chewing on something. I don't know where Brindle is. Alright, dude. Brindle is somewhere. Brindle's probably in the other bedrooms. There's a Thespian Comedy. Logath. Yeah, that was my first Starlight I pulled out of the set, was Logath. I think that was my second box, or second case, I mean. Which is nice, because I think with Lightning Overdrive, I didn't pull a Starlight until case number 7 or something. Oh, there's Brindle. Hey, Brindle. There are palm trees outside the window, yes. You don't have to be on guard duty. The window's closed. Synchro Overtake. This card, like, lost half its value overnight. I think the card's really good. And we'll see much more play than Fusion Deployment, which for an Ultra is very expensive. Yeah, Lightning Overdrive did not want to give out Starlights. I think I'll offload my extra stuff this weekend, except for maybe Stardust. I don't know, I might offload Stardust, I'm not sure yet. I'll offload the Sword Soul, the Logath, and one of the Shooting Majestics. I'm keeping a Majestic and a Stardust right now. I think that's all I want. I don't really care for the rest. I'm not going to play Despias or the Sword Soul archetype. There's a Despia. Magic keys look pretty good. They look like fun. They get infinitely better next set. Like right now, they just got a whole bunch of these like pieces that are kind of tough. They work together, but they function. Next set, they actually get a lot better. I got one Black Rose, and it was like on the second to last case. So that was kind of scary. Yeah, I pulled. What was it? I pulled 2 Starlight Stardust pretty quick. Here's your box number 7. Good, sir. When I'm all done with these, I'll shoot over counts on the Secrets and Ultras. Yes, I do. If I have a bunch of Starlight Rares from the new stuff that I don't really want, I sell them off. Like with the Live Twins, Frost and Treat, I sold those off. I pulled playsets of both, and I didn't want them. I'm not going to play the deck. And they are worth a good chunk of money, so I sold them. Do with the collector's rares also. If I'm not interested in the deck or I'm not going to play it, I sell it off. And then when it comes to the staple ones, I'll keep what I want and then sell those off, the rest off. Like on King's Court. Oops. Yeah, Ancient Guardian collectors. Yeah. They crash pretty hard. I don't think they'll go up though. They'll come back around eventually. I mean, look at the Evil Twins collectors from what was it called? Genesis Impact. I don't know if you've seen it, but they're up in the hundreds now. And before that, they were like, people were like not even wanting to touch them at 50 bucks, 60 bucks. They're just sitting there. And it's because they got Evil Twins are getting a Link 4 that completely breaks the deck. It makes them, hey, Ready Fusion. And it makes them very good, very playable. They've got extenders, extra searchers now, and then they got a boss monster that it just enables OTKs. Like your Live Twin Semi Snitch. It adds a Live Twin monster when it's activated. It's a continuous spell. And the whatchamacallits, the Treat and Frost, they're free extenders. So if your plays get negated, you get more extenders now. And then the payoff is the Link 4. So as you're going through your plays and everything, you're drawing cards, you go into Link 4, which just lets you set up everything and fully recover, and it's removable to Dingirsu, I believe. Yeah, Ursa Arctics need some support. Whatchamacallit's Ogdoaddict's got unofficial support in this set. They got the Link 3 alien monster that is actually very good. It lets you search. It's a Baguska for anything with an A counter on it. It's a 2600, I believe. We'll pull one in a moment. And when it's Link summoned, it searches any card that places A counters on the field. So you search A-Cell Breeding Machine, which is just a whatchamacallit. It just puts an A counter on every monster your opponent summons. There he is. Cosmic Slicer Zerol. Monsters opponent controls with A counters are changed to defense, and another player can activate their effects. And then it lets you, when it's Link summoned, you can add a card from deck to hand that has an effect that places A counters. And you can move A counters from anywhere on the field, and after it resolves, you can move 2 A counters from the field, and it gets you an extra normal summon of a reptile. So it's not a bad card from the deck. No, it's a reptile support. It's generic reptile with a counter twist, basically, and it works in Ogdoaddict. It literally just lets you set up a board for that deck where your opponent just can't do anything. I think is it planet polluting virus, maybe? It's one of the A-Cell or A counter placing cards, one of the traps. It's like any monster your opponent summons gets an A counter on it. And so you just basically, your opponent is just constantly under skill drain. It makes Ogdoaddicts very good. Or it makes them better. So. Dramaturge is a good one right now. Dramaturge is almost $8 again. See, I don't play Duel Links. I did hear that, what was it, it was freaking digital bugs were like tier 0 in Duel Links because of the rank 7. The Rhinosa bus. There's a scout buggy. It was something along the lines of, I forget what they were doing with it, but they were able to almost OTK you or something like that. Put out like 3,500 damage in a turn. or OTKU. It was like a 1-card OTK or a 2-card OTK or something stupid. I don't know a lot about it, but yeah, it is. It's just seeing what gets hit over there in Dueling Sand. It's just like, oh, this card that has absolutely zero impact in the TCG or OCG is like more broken than Pot of Greed or something. More broken than Spellbook of Judgment. I want to see them put Dangers in the Duel Links and see what happens. Just special up Bigfoot, just drop Bigfoot on the board. Be like, here's 3,000 every 4K. Yeah, enemy control. Anything that was like, just, yeah. It's when you have weird card, it's not even weird card pools, it's just like weird rules and the way it plays. Some more. We're down the 4 more boxes. Spike Shield. I know, it's just like, oh. Rush recklessly, I gain 700 attack. Oh, looks like you're dead. There's a Ludgate. Sorry. Yeah, something in my eye. Alright. Synchro Overtake. There's no dog. There's a dog in the hallway. It's Thomas and Daniel for the most part. Oh, what's my battery looking like on my laptop here? Oh, I still have half. I love how the little symbol is just like the sliver of a battery, and you hover over, it's like, oh, 49%. It's like, why is it so little? Alright, I had a question. I think Daniel misunderstood what I meant when I told him I was going to go live. Thespian Quiritis. Alright. Sorry about that. There's Arriving Light. No. If I was gonna go list my inventory on TCG, I'm like, no, I'm still waiting on pricing. Prices are too cheap still, they're heading up. They're on their climb upwards. Got 3 more boxes. You think there's another Starlight? Yeah, they'll probably go up. Friday afternoon, evening is usually when people buy a ton of it. It's still early. It's after 12. It's still kind of early, though. The movement hasn't fully hit yet. Sorry. Getting some water. There's your first secret of him. And you compare him with the Starlight. Okay. The laptop is lagging behind. Let's go back to live. Hey, Daniel's here. Sorry, Daniel. I thought I was clear on the streaming part. That's my mistake. Okay, good. Let it happen. Let them go up. There's no incentive for people to still open these boxes. I think a lot of the vendors are also banding together right now. Okay. I think a lot of the vendors are banding together. A lot of the bigger ones. And and putting their stuff up higher and waiting for all the smaller ones to get bought out. But even that, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of volume. I also wonder how much vendors actually went in. I know. So those vendors. I wonder how much vendors actually went in on, because Megatins were supposed to come out like almost right after this set. So I wonder if they skipped this. They're taking a big loss. This guy. I hate this thing. Every time I see it, I think it's a Starlight Rare. You don't want to sell commons at 8 cents. I do 17s and up. That's what I like. What I prefer. Excuse me, hiccups. Wow. Yeah, see? Everybody. The Starlight, I'll send you a video later. The Starlight version of it is just like, it's beautiful. It's like staring at like just a crystal chandelier. You're just like, you go blind. Anytime you have that, I think it's this, the foil or the inking on these is like thin, so they, under a bright light, they reflect and they all look like they're shiny. That. Trooper. We're on box 11 here. 1 cent, and then listing 1,000 of them is a really good way to get just to make $10, but then spend $35 to ship it. Daniel's lucky. He keeps, actually, you and Daniel, both of you are lucky. You keep getting like one case and pulling a Starlight. I don't know. I don't think you didn't get one out of Overdrive, did you, Andrew? I know Daniel got a light charmer. Andrew got a Starlight out of here. He got the this guy. Doesn't want to show very well. No, but you got like what, 4 or 5? You got 5 collectors out of whatchamacallit? Ancient Guardians though. It's like 2 Skullmeisters. You like pretty much broke even just off the collector rares from that one. Yeah. Sort of synchron. I don't think you've pulled one yet, have you? I've seen a lot of Ready Fusions and stuff. I don't remember seeing that. We'll do a quick sort on the stream. You pulled 2 Meister or 1? I thought you pulled 2 out of 1 box or 1 case. Too many commons. All right, 1 more box. Yeah, we did. I think that's where I got my... Because I got 1 Meister. Because out of my... I don't know how many cases I opened, I didn't pull a single Skullmeister. Right. Last box. Yeah, I think it was like the first thing you open, you got a Skullmeister, and it's like, oh, cool, that's where they all went. And you did get on, didn't you also pull, like, a whole bunch of Diviners out of Overdrive? Like, you've been doing pretty good off of these. Daniel, too. Daniel got that Stardust. And your key. I haven't actually looked at Lightning Overdrive in about a week. I wonder what prices are looking like right now. I sold a lot of Diviners. I decided just to get rid of them because people are just being stupid. Nope, that's just the secret rare every time I see it. I'll do a sort and then I'll show you the Starlight version of that thing on stream. That thing is just way too shiny. Gizmek Frog. The Gizmek Frog and the Sulfur Link 2 are overprinted. They are about 50% higher stacks on them. Yeah, they don't get that. They're new sellers that go on there. No feedback. I'm sure most of them have cards, but some don't. And because of that, people don't trust them or want to buy from them. And then they just undercut by like $5, and then others will undercut them by $5. And nobody touches it because they don't know if it's legit or not. There's a lot of scammers that do that. I'm not saying they all are, but there are a good number of them that do that. And people are spending that amount of money on stuff. That's the other overprinted ultra. Tickets are all pretty even. There's just clumping, like always. Yeah, they don't want to trust them. They'd rather go and buy from the reputable sellers. That's happened maybe in the last 6 months here. It's just gone kind of crazy. Let's start a synchron. Commons. And you can see the common tower. There's 4 piles of these things, and they're like almost a foot tall each. Just endless bulk. Alright, that's it for the case. You only got the 1, but you know what? That was on the box. That was box number 1 we got it. That's pretty cool. Go. And let's do the secret rares. Megatin bulk isn't as bad as corset bulk. Surprisingly. That's the funny thing. Because, like, I had 80 cases of 2019 tins, and, like, that's only maybe 4 of these white boxes total after they're sorted out. It's not a lot. You got a lot of ready fusions. You only got 1 Aluber, 2 Iris, 3 ready, 4 Synchro Overtake, 3 Arriving Light, 2 Messiah, 2 Star to Synchron, 3 Star, 2 Buggy, and 2 Gizmek. It's not bad. I mean, you got the Starlight. The Starlight offsets any poor ratios you can get. There are no shorts on the secrets. They're all pretty even. They're just clumps. Like, I had a case I had 4 ready fusion and 4 Aluber, and I had a case I had 1 Aluber and no ready fusions. So it's like, it's just random. God, my shoulder's crunching. One's behind me. Back up. I'll stack these up for you. You and you. I'll text you a list later of quantities if you want. Alright, 14 Ultras. You'll see these two become much taller than the others. You can go out one more and put him up. There's the Lancer. Oh, I almost got them all. Missing 1 Ultra. There it is. I think you got a good number of the Despias. Maybe not. Maybe you didn't. No, you got pretty good. 4s, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 4, 2, 2, 4. You did pretty average split here. And you got 5 of her. A pretty average split. That's not that bad. It's definitely good. It's better than a lot of the cases I've been seeing. The Magic Key stuff is going up. It's gone up. I think it's almost like $4 an Ultra right now, which is pretty good. It's pretty high. There's your Ultras. Yep. Okay, let me go grab those. Shiny Stardusts. Okay, and then keeping in tradition with the other core sets, I got another blank card. This is cool. Having these are... I don't know. I don't know what it is. I keep pulling the blank card. It's like the first card in the pack. I got one in Vortex, I got one in Overdrive, and now I got one in Dawn of Majesty. So that one's cool. Here's Iris Sword Soul. Let me turn on the flashlight, see if that works. There, get some sparkles going. She's not very good looking. It'd be cool if it was a Starlight blank. This thing, when the light hits it, look at that. It's insane. Trying to see if it wants to focus this stupid camera. I don't care for that one. That one's not as pretty. So you got two of those guys. I got those both last night. Here's the first one I got. Logate. See, she's not as shiny. And then here's the two Stardusts I've got so far. Stardust looks good. Stardust looks nice. Stardust is the second nicest looking Starlight of them all. The nicest looking one's actually the one that all the secrets look like Starlights. So there you go. That's what I've pulled so far. I'm still going on my stuff. Alright. It's probably gonna be it for me. I've got to go run to the post office real quick and then go finish opening my stuff. The Stardust is really good. It looks, to me, it looks better than the Ghost Rare. No lie. I like it better. It just looks nicer because the Ghost Rares are older, so they're a little more clouded looking. The Stardust is really clean and it has all that color in it. So, well, you get your Starlight. You got what you wanted. Hopefully Thomas can pull a couple of his. So, alright guys, I'm gonna let you go here. I've got to go finish up everything I've got. So I'll talk to you later. Congrats on the Starlight, Andrew. And we'll see you later.